What makes a watch luxurious? The price tag? The materials? The brand? Why are people willing to spend so much money on them? In this video, we will explore some of the most popular luxury brands and their flagship models as we look at some of the most expensive watches in the world. So, if you're curious about luxury watches or just want a window shop, this video is for you. Be sure to watch till the end because we have a special bonus for you. Here is our official list of the top 10 most expensive watches in the world as of 2022. Number 10. Patek Philippe Stainless Steel 1518. Sold for just over $11 million. This stainless steel wristwatch was purchased at an auction in 2016, and if it were to be sold again today, it would likely bring in around $15 million. The watch's value comes from the fact that it was an absolute breakthrough when it was first introduced. At the time, Patek and Audemars Piguet were competing to be the best watchmaker, and both businesses solved this complexity at about the same time. The 1518 is one of those two stainless steel watches out of a collection of 4 experimentations, and it is regarded by most to be the holy grail of wristwatches because it ushers in a new era in luxury watches. And to think we're just getting started on the list. Patek made only 2 watches to carry this complex nature, and Audemars made 9. Number 9. Jacob & Co. Billionaire. Sold for $18.2 million. When Jacob & Co. decided to design a one-of-a-kind feature statement piece, they went all out because they are experts at placing gems for luxury watches. The idea was to make a watch that was so pricey that only billionaires could afford it. The watch was meticulously constructed with 325 emerald and baguette-cut diamonds, totaling 177 carats, and it gained international attention a few years ago when boxer Floyd Mayweather paid $18.2 million for it. Number 8. Rolex Paul Newman Daytona, reference number 6239. Sold for $18.7 million. Paul Newman was one of the most well-known motion picture stars in the world, and Rolex created a limited series of watches with a particular type of dial that eventually became known as the Newman Daytona. Paul's own watch was the most well-known and expensive of the group. Its rarity, fame, and distinctive selling point made it one of the most expensive watches ever sold at auction. Number 7. Patek Philippe Henry Graves Pocket Watch. Sold for $24 million. When it was sold in 1999 for $11 million, which was a significant sum of money at the time, it was the most expensive pocket watch ever. So in 2014, it was put up for auction once more, and when it sold for $24 million, it broke all previous records. One of the world's most intricate and elaborate pocket watches, made by Patek Philippe himself in 1933 for banker Henry Graves, took more than 5 years to complete. It has over 24 functions and is made of 18-karat gold. The 4th watch on this list unseated the watch as the most expensive pocket watch in the world. But let's not get in front of ourselves. Number 6. Chopard 201 Carat Watch. Sold for $25 million. The world's most expensive watch, the Chopard 201 Carat Watch, which is still one of the most expensive jewelry watches available, and was sold in 2000 for an unbelievable $25 million, has 874 rare diamonds. Chopard, a well-known jeweler, thought, hey, why not? After examining the watch industry and their catalog of diamonds, and decided to enter the watch market. It appeared on the cover of every luxury media outlet at the time, leading to one of the company's most successful public relations stunt. Since then, many other watchmakers and jewelers have tried to replicate the model. If you assume the screen on this watch is relatively small, wait until you see the next one. Number 5. Jaeger LeCoultre Joaillerie 101 Manchete. Valued at $26 million. We are midway through our ranking of the most expensive watches in the world, and while this particular item is more of a bracelet than a watch, it still deserves a spot on the list because it can tell the time. The watch was given to Queen Elizabeth in 2012 as a homage to her crowning day, when the Queen wore this watch by the same jeweler that hasn't been seen since. It was made with 577 diamonds. Number 4. Breguet Grande Complication Marie Antoinette. $30 million. The most expensive pocket watch in the world as of 2022 was ordered by a man who is said to have been a suitor of Marie Antoinette, a well-known French queen. The watch was started in 1782 by Abraham Louis Breguet and completed in 1827 by his son, 4 years after he passed away. The outcome was an incredible work of technology and engineering that contained every function then possible and was housed in gold while revealing the complex mechanism that powered it. Sapphire is used in the piece to reduce friction. Since the watch was finished 34 years after Marie Antoinette's execution, she was not able to see it, but we are confident that she would have been pleasantly surprised. The watch was purloined in the late 1900s and only found in 2007 after watch collectors went crazy for it. If it were put up for sale today, it would probably sell for much more than $30 million. If you're in the area, you could visit the Le Meilleur Museum, where the watch is currently kept to see it. Number 3. Patek Philippe Grandmaster Chime, sold for $31 million. In definitions of rarity, value, and collector attractiveness, this specific Patek would be the most expensive watch in the world if jewelers hadn't entered this ranking. It was sold at auction for $31 million in 2019. The watch was initially conceived for the only watch auction that donates 100% of its money collected to muscular dystrophy research, so charitable organizations played a role in all of this. The watch is one of a kind, made of stainless steel rather than some rare expensive material, and it is currently the most complex watch Patek has ever made with over 20 complications. Number 2. Graf Diamonds, The Fascination, $40 million. The most well-known diamond brand in the world, Graf, decided to up its game after noticing that Chopard was receiving so much media exposure. They did this by placing a watch this $40 million worth of diamonds on it and revealing it to the public. The watch has 152.96 carats of white diamonds and a 38.13 carat fancy cut, exceptionally rare, flawless pear-shaped diamonds as its center stone. However, that's not all. Gruff wanted to ensure that they were the undisputed king in the watch or jewelry universe, so they started to think perhaps $40 million worth of diamonds wasn't enough. So they pushed themselves to do even better with even more diamonds. Number 1. Graf Diamonds, The Hallucination, $55 million. The 110 carats of extremely valuable and massive colored diamonds set into a platinum bracelet make up the most expensive watch in the world. The Hallucination by Graf Diamonds, which is valued at $55 million. When diamonds are retrieved and filtered, their color ranges from D to Z. The colored diamonds used to create the specific watch meet the criteria of fancy, which means they exceed the normal scale and are extraordinarily rare and expensive. If you look closely at the cluster of gems, you can see a tiny quartz dial in the center that is outlined by pink diamonds. Now here are some of Lawrence Graff's comments on the Hallucination. The Graff Hallucination is a sculptural masterpiece, a celebration of the miracle of colored diamonds. For many years I've thought about creating a truly remarkable watch that illustrates our all-consuming passion for diamonds. The Hallucination has made my diamond dream a reality. To put the situation in perspective, the most expensive watch costs as much as a Gulfstream private plane. However, in more recent times, people have begun to consider luxury watches as investment opportunities. In fact, over the past 3 years, luxury watches have outperformed the S&P 500, giving investors returns of over 20% annually. This is because everyone is looking for wise stories of value these days. What do you think? Would you buy this high-end watch if you had the cash? Let us know in the comments below. For those of you who stayed to the very end, we have a special bonus watch that may someday surprise all the other watches on our list. Frank Muller Bitcoin watch, holding 2,423 Bitcoins. People are trying to stand out as much as possible in the cryptocurrency market, so Frank Muller decided to put a crypto wallet with 2,423 Bitcoins on a timepiece. Technically, it's a publicity stunt because you can add and withdraw as many Bitcoins as you want without really needing to watch to do so. But didn't most of these jewelry designs do the same thing? We're curious to hear your opinion on whether or not the wallet displayed on the watch should be included in the ranking of the most expensive watches. If Bitcoin were ever to reach a price of $100,000 per coin, this watch would be worth as much as $2 billion on its own. If not, do you think it's still worthwhile to include jewelry designers, or should they be dropped altogether?